Welcome back to the Total OS Today Broadcasting Network and this special broadcast of the Super Operating Systems Bowl, or the SOB. Now this screencast is being hosted by Linux Mint. Why not try one of the new flavors of Mint today? The Super Operating Systems Bowl is being co-sponsored by Windows MD. Windows MD for all your virus needs. And also sponsored by Linux Pest Control. Linux Pest Control, your open source for bugs. I'm your host, Toss Today. Now traffic across the Total OS Today bridge leading up to the stadium has been extremely heavy. Parking is very tight. Cars are being piled up everywhere. I suggest you avoid value parking. If you're stuck in traffic, pull over and enjoy this spectacular broadcast from Total OS Today, of course. Now we have last year's returning champion, Windows 7 from Planet Earth, against the new squad from Planet Zorin, Zorin OS 4. Now this being primarily a Windows crowd here at the stadium, I'm sure many fans are expecting this matchup to be a blowout. I'm not so sure that's why they play the game. Now if you didn't know, the head coach's name from Windows 7 is called 001001007, and the head coach's name for Zorin is called Z this. I like it. Okay, well let's go down to the field and begin this classic matchup. One moment. I'm receiving something here in the studio on the headset from the officials. Right. Okay, well, it appears that the game clock, the stadium game clock, does not appear to be functioning, and the officials can't decide if it's a virus or a bug. Who cares? Pick one. Well, Windows 7 will be to the left of the field and Zorin 4 to the right. Windows 7 has elected to win the toss. So we have the kickoff from the left from Windows 7, and the ball for this one falls on their 50-yard line. Let's talk a little bit about installation. It used to be trying to install a Linux operating system required a PhD in nuclear physics and a complete understanding of Starship fusion reactors. But a lot has changed over the years, and actually installing a fine operating system like Zorin OS 4 is actually pretty easy. Of course, installing an operating system like Windows 7 is actually pretty easy also. So let's go down to the field and see how the officials will score this one. For Windows 7, it looks like they will get a touchdown and a successful extra point. The total points of 7 for Windows 7. And for Zorin, not surprising, they will get also the same thing, 7 points. So the score is now Windows 7, 7, Zorin 4, also 7. Let's have the kickoff from the right. And the ball falls on also the 50-yard line. Well, let's take a look at looks, actually. I think Zorin 4 looks absolutely terrific. And I also believe that Windows 7 looks very nice also. So let's go back to the field and see how the officials will score this one. It looks like for Windows 7 they will get a total of 7 points for this one, which gives them a grand total of 14. And for Zorin it looks like the same thing. So we now have a score, Windows 7 14, Zorin 4 14 also. And I'm starting to sense a little bit of a hushness in the crowd. This is probably this is not what they expected. Okay, let's go back to the left side of the field where Windows 7 will kick off again. And the ball falls on... Ooh, not a good kick from Windows 7 at all. It falls on the 30-yard line. Let's take a look at speed of the operating systems. Well, Zorin OS 4, based on Linux, is of course speedy. Windows 7, given the proper amount of RAM, is also very speedy also. And of course, for any operating system, you should have a sufficient amount of RAM to run any operating system very quickly or very smoothly. So let's go down to the field and see how the officials will call this one. Well, for Windows 7, it looks like, okay, very well, Windows 7 gets a field goal. So for Windows 7, the total is 17. And for Zorin 4, not surprising, they will get their full 7 points, 21. Windows 7, 17. Zorin 4, 21. Interesting. Well, let's go back to the right side of the field here. And let's have the kickoff from the Zorin 4 squad. And we have the kickoff, and the ball is moving and past the 50-yard line, and it looks like it falls right between, right around the 38-yard line. This time we'll be taking a look at the defense of both squads. We'll be taking a look at security. Well, Windows 7 is the most secure Windows operating system ever created. Now, Zorin, being based on Linux, is inherently secure. With Windows 7, it is secure, but you should download a decent, actually a very good antivirus of your choice. With Zorin, I don't use an antivirus because I don't believe it is absolutely necessary. I do believe it is necessary with Windows 7, but I do believe that both operating systems are secure. So let's go back down to the field and see how the officials will score this one. For Windows 7, they will get a touchdown, 6 points, but a missed extra point, so 23. Zorin 4, it looks like they will get their 6 points, and also, of course, a 2-point safety, which would be 8 points for a grand total of 29. Wow, I'm not hearing the crowd at all, folks. They are stunned. The silence here at the stadium is deafening. Well, what do you know? It is now halftime. So let's go down to the field and take a listen to the band. What? One moment. I'm getting a message here from the field. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it would appear that the Vista halftime entertainment show has been canceled due to a lack of drivers. Surprise. Well, let's get back to the game and let's start the second half, shall we? From the left, once again, Windows 7 will kick off. And let's see where the ball falls on. It falls on the 45-yard line of Zorin. Oh, we have penalties. Let's take a look at the penalties of both teams, which are bugs. Now, Windows 7, for me, even from the beta stage, has been completely bug-free. Needless to say, I am pleasantly surprised. Zorin 4 is probably one of the most stable Linux operating systems ever created, and I am very, very pleased. However, I've had some few minor issues with power management, flash performance, and a few freeze-ups or grayouts of the screen. Not many, but a few. No such issues with Windows 7. So let's go down to the field and see how the officials will score this one on penalties. Well, it looks like Windows 7 will get its full 7 points. The total score for Windows 7 is now 30. And for Zorin, it looks like, alright, fair enough, they will get a touchdown but a missed extra point. So for Zorin 4, the score is 35. Windows 7, 30. Zorin 4, 35. Interesting. Well, let's go back to the right side of the field and the kickoff from Zorin. And this time the ball falls on the 30-yard line of Zorin. Not very good at all. Let's take a look at gaming. Well, To be fair, I do not play games on either Windows 7 or Zorin OS 4. But, needless to say, I believe that Windows 7 is the king of a gaming. Terrific choice of games, terrific video graphics. Zorin 4, based on Linux, I think has come a long way. The choices for games are getting better, and the drivers or graphics are also getting better. So let's go down to the field and see how the officials will score this one on gaming. Windows 7, it looks like will get, okay, it's full 7 points, which gives them 37 points. And Zorin 4 on gaming, it looks like, well, it looks like they will get a field goal. 38. Oh, we have a close one here, folks. Windows 7, 37. Zorin 4, 38. Let's go back down to the left side of the field. And now we have the kickoff from Windows 7. And let's see where the ball will land on this one. Oh, past the 50-yard line. Nice kick all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Zorin squad. Let's take a quick look at Multimedia. Well, Windows 7 with the proper installed codecs, for me, playing multimedia, including HD video, has been flawless. And I've got to give kudos to the Zorin 4 squad. This is the first Linux operating system that can play my camcorder's HD videos. Not perfect, but extremely well. Thank you, Zorin, for such a fine job on playing my HD videos. But, you know, even though both operating systems can play audio and video files very well, I think Windows 7 might have the edge here because multimedia players, organizers, flash performance, I think Windows may have the edge on this as opposed to Zorin. So let's go down to the field and see how the officials will score this one on multimedia. Well, it looks like Windows 7 will get, okay, will get its full 7 points. 44 for Windows 7. Zorin 4 on multimedia, well, I guess they'll give him a field goal, 41. Now Windows 7 is ahead of the game now. 44 points for Windows 7, 44 for Zorin. Very well now. Let's go back to the right side of the field for the kickoff from Zorin. And we have the kickoff, and the ball on this one falls on the 50-yard line. Let's take a look at, well, let's take a look at ease of use. As a Windows user, I think Zorin 4 is very, extremely easy to use. No problems finding my way around the operating system. In fact, it looks a lot like Windows 7. So thank you, Zorin, for not making Linux too scary for new Linux users. Both operating systems look great and are very easy to use. Let's go back down to the field and see how the officials will score this one. Well, it looks like for Windows 7, they will get their full 7 points. So we have 51 for Windows 7. For Zorin 4, they will also get 7 points. So the score is now Windows 7 51, Zorin 4 48. Now finally, let's have the kickoff and take a look at, oh no, I'm getting a word here. Folks, here at the stadium, time has run out. That's right, time has run out. But the crowd here is strangely quiet. Gee, you would think that Zorin 4 won this game. However, the official scoring stands at Windows 7 51 and Zorin 4 48. I don't know, maybe in a way Zorin 4 did win this game. Go figure. Hey, Windows 7 is still the champ of operating systems. Now, if you will excuse me, I need to go and explain to my wife why I bet on this game and lost. Honey, I love you, honey. Hi, dear, I love you.